When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They stripped it out.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Offense set on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Toss to the outside. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner will be brought down. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dukes.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the returner will be knocked down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
It just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one registering his 1st. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
Slips through the line. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Here's the handoff. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I think it's really hard as a quarterback to know when to put touch on the ball, when to throw that thing as hard as you possibly can. And right there, I don't think he needed to throw it that hard. I think he could have softened that up a little bit because he had a chance to hit the guy deep for a big play.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Touch pass on the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The give to the left side. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Direct snap. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner goes down. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Fires to the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder than just snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Power football with the run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got a little space. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide out in motion. They'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. And he got a hand in there and knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got his man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Iowa! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm. Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He wants to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch at the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, James Madison.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 35 over Auburn. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa has the ball back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen.
And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Knight. At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
A first down run in the red zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dukes.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. And he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
14.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, Football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Dukes will kick it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Fires to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. To the ground. He's got it again.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They've got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. He knew he was going to have to pay the price, and he did, but the reward is the first down.
Yep, and he hung in there just long enough. I think he did a really good job hanging in there, finds the running back. And listen, when you choose to blitz, now you got to tackle my guy in space. Running back does a great job getting the first down.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's looking to throw. Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, when you got man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. Tackled after picking up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Off the play fake. On the run, still looking. He chucks one out to the right. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Dukes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, James Madison. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oklahoma State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Stillwater for a long time.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
He wants to pass it on second down. Working that left side. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down.
Oh, that's really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Second down. That's the end of the third quarter. James Madison, 31, Iowa, 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. Hoping that a field goal could give you a little bolt of energy, but instead you look up and the scoreboard still says you're down by 17. They'll give it to the back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Right back to the well. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Looking to move it through the air. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
It's complete. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. The quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye. This game must be moving so, and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Handoff to the single back. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so